Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Hollywood's most prolific bromance almost never came to be, after George Clooney was devastated to lose out on a film role to Brad Pitt. George, 63, has revealed he could not bring himself to watch Ridley Scott's Thelma Louise after Brad was cast instead as conman hitchhiker J.D. in 1991. The Oscar-winning drama, starring Geena Davis and Susan Sarandon, was a critical and commercial success, and helped to launch his career. George said, "I was one of the last people in the running for Thelma Louise. And then when he got it, I knew it was going to be a big film, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. I wouldn't watch Thelma Louise for a couple of years. And his career was like this." George raises his arm, "And I'm still doing some bad TV show or something. I wouldn't watch Thelma Louise for a couple of years." At the time, George was a struggling actor and did not land his big break as Dr. Doug Ross in award-winning medical drama, ER, for another 3 years. Over the last 3 decades, the heartthrobs have starred together in several movies, and both confess there is still plenty of healthy competition between them. Even in their new action comedy, Wolves, they play rival fixers hired for the same job. Brad, 60, told Men's Mag GQ, "I'm just saying we have a competitive nature. Like the competitiveness that an athlete would have. And I see that in most of the guys that are around. You take pride in what you do, you want it to really, really work. But at the same time, if I didn't have a George Clooney in my life, I don't know that I would have reached certain levels. Because it inspires you to push on." George concedes, "I want to beat you at any job. But if I don't get it, I would like you to get it." Their friendship goes much deeper than gentle ribbing, though. Brad has been navigating an 8-year divorce from actress Angelina Jolie, 49, whom he has 6 children, Maddox, 23, Pax, 20, Zahara, 19, Shiloh, 18, and 16-year-old twins Knox and Vivian. He revealed in 2022 that he had attended meetings at Alcoholics Anonymous in Los Angeles following the breakdown of his 2-year marriage. But during GQ's joint interview with Brad and George, the Flight Club actor told how he had been reprimanded for discussing the organization, saying, "You know they came down on me for that? AA did. They were like, 'It's anonymous.' I was like, 'Well yeah, but if I want to, ... Things get complicated in life and you always have to make sure everybody's okay." Last month it was reported that Brad was aware and upset to learn Shiloh had filed to legally remove Pitt from her surname. On being a support to Brad, George said, "We're friends. We've been friends for a long time. And it's fun because we also check in on each other every once in a while, which is an important part of this. Things get complicated in life and you always have to make sure everybody's okay." Brad often turns to George for advice as he says his pal has experienced the same level of fame that few others could understand. He explained, "George is probably the best at seeing the chessboard and the potential moves. I'll call George on numerous occasions when things get bumpy. George is going to understand something that no one else is going to understand, that we don't even have to speak about. There's a comfort in that. There's another smaller tribe that erupts from that because of the pressures and the struggles that one will have in their own life. I've known this guy since the 90s and been through so much life at this point and so many twists and curves and turns." George revealed he has worked hard to keep his 7-year-old twins Alexander and Ella with wife Amal, 46, a lawyer and human rights activist, out of the public eye. He said, "I have a goal of trying to protect. I don't want pictures of my kids. We deal in very serious subject matters, with very serious bad guys, and we don't want to have photos of our kids out there. So we have to work hard at trying to stay private, and it's tricky, as you can imagine." In a more lighthearted moment, Brad and George teased each other about once having mullet hairstyles, and being so instantly recognizable that they try to avoid doing anything that could be turned into a headline. George said, "There's times you will avoid going to hospital with something that you would normally go to hospital for.